Hello, everybody in the Racelogic world. This is Brian, owner of Racelogic Chassis School. I'm going to wait here a few minutes, let some people get on. Got a big announcement and a couple of other things that I want to talk about real quick. Anybody that's got any questions can be sure and tune in too. Got a lot of big things planned for next year. Been working on them really hard and getting close to finalizing a few deals. Looks like we're getting a few on. And anybody got any questions, be sure and throw them on, and I'll try to answer them for you. But looks like 2023 is going to be big. Looks like we got quite a few viewers on now. So the first thing I want to talk about is I've tentatively reached an agreement with Dolan Murdy and his dad Damon. We will do a 2023 class, probably one of the biggest ones I've ever done. I've been blessed to have Mike Nichols in the past, and this family's wins every time they get in a race car. And I've had a lot of people ask me over the last year, could I get them? Well, I went after them, and we've reached an agreement. I haven't got to speak with him a whole lot. He races 3 or 4 nights a week, but we are definitely going to look at 2023. And as of now, it's going to be the third weekend in January. I think it's the 21st, 22nd to be that weekend, be Saturday, Sunday, like we usually do. And we've reached, I think we're going to do it at Hammond's Motorsports is what we're looking at. Dave's agreed to it. It's in DeWitt, Iowa. It's not that far from the Murdys. They'll just be getting back from Arizona. So it's a good location. We talked about Boone. Like I said, this is all just preliminary stuff. I mean, I've talked to them. They've agreed to it, but I want to make sure to get all the details worked out. I do know this will sell out probably in a few days or even a week or whatever. I know it will. I've been doing these too long. So, I really feel like I need to give the guys who's come to my street stock classes in the past first opportunity. So I think that's something that I'll do. I'm going to wait a little longer before I open it up. I got, like I said, we got a few last minute deals to work out just to make sure there's no, we just talked about the date. I want to make sure that date's good with them and the location is good. But we'll probably, like I said, the cost will probably be the same as I've done in the past on my other stock car stuff. And I know I've already got people commenting, they'll take a seat. I get it. It's going to sell out. Two of the best in the business. Anytime Murdy's getting a race car, they got a chance of winning. And as of now, it'll be Wade Cross. Wade's been with me for, 6-7 years, and there's just not anybody better in that stock car world. So Wade will be there. Of course, Dave Hammond and the Murdys and Ben Baker. I spoke with Ben last night. He's 100% in. So it's going to be big, and we're going to really try to, let's see, some people talking about they're going to be, they'll be out. Yes, so they won't be able to be there. So the online version, as of now, I spoke with Kate in the last week. She'll definitely be videoing it. So it'll be back. It'll be live. It'll be online like we have all of our other classes in the past. So you will be able to buy it. I know there's not a perfect weekend. It's hard to do these classes. I have a very limited time. Like I said, they're racing early in January in Arizona. Kate's got her deal first weekend in January. So as of now, that third weekend in January looks like it's going to be when it is. And I appreciate Dave Hammond offering up his shop. As of now, that's where we're going to have it unless something changes. But it's going to be, I think the Midwest is going to be the best place to do it, close to them because they travel so much. But I'm really, really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be good. They've agreed, and, they're very smart racers and win a lot of races. So, I've always said I want to bring the best in, and there's no doubt right now they're on top of their game. So let's see. Yeah, somebody said, thanks, you're only an hour from there. Well, I just hate the weather that time of the year, but you guys up north are used to it, and us southern guys are not used to it. But we'll make it all work out. And like I said, if you came to a prior class, I really feel like I owe it to you for supporting me to have first shot at this, because it's going to be a limited number of seats. I'm not going to be like some other classes where they throw 200 in a room and you don't get the chance to really ask questions and learn. I'll keep the number down to where it's fair for everybody. With Dave's shop, we got all the room we'll ever need. I haven't talked with the Murdays about bringing their car, but that's my plan, is to have their car. If not, at least have a car there, because I know, of course, Dave's got that front end he made for us last year, that metric clip. So we'll have it, we'll have the setup plates, we'll have load sticks. We'll have everything right there under that, under the roof, to be able to really put on a good class and keep the number where, guys can really ask questions and all. But like I said, I got a lot of details to work out. I just couldn't wait. Somebody said, "Why are you telling it now?" Well, I couldn't wait. I wanted to go ahead. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to do it. Kyle Young asked me, "Hey, Brian Dunn, question, where's Dave's shop?" It's in DeWitt, Iowa. Actually, the closest airport, I believe, is in the Quad Cities. I actually flew in there before. I've been up to Dave's and spent some time up there. It's in Iowa, but he's close to the Illinois border. It just, like I said, it just made sense. I'd like to have done it out there on the West Coast, but they're going to be in Arizona, and this is the first one they've done. So I wanted to make it to where them guys could not have to travel far, and so that's why we decided to do it in Iowa. If anybody's got any questions for me, I'm sitting here looking at all of them. Be sure and ask them. I'll throw out a couple other things while I'm here. Also, we are planning on doing another Crate Lake model class. I'll get with me and Matt's been back and forth and on the date, but probably the second weekend in January, possibly. And we may move that location a little farther south, but I'm going to get Matt on with me in the next week or so, and we'll kind of discuss some of that and see, what makes sense there. And then I know a lot of my viewers are not open wheel guys, but I've done the micro class several years ago out in Oklahoma with Frank Flood. And if you follow any of that type of racing out there, he's kind of the king in that world. So we'll definitely, and all classes, once again, will all be, we'll do them, Kate will come in and tape them, and then they'll end up, you can buy them online throughout the year. And I've always tried to do that. And once again, something I started doing last year, and I'll do it again. If you attend the class, you get the online version free. I think it's the only right thing to do. I try to do everything I can to make it as affordable. I know travel's expensive, racing's expensive, everything, but that's why I'm telling you now to make plans. I mean, unless something falls through at the last minute, we're 100% going to do this, and it's going to be in the Iowa area there, hopefully at Hammond Motorsports. And it's going to be, I'm hoping for that third weekend in January. I think it's the 21st, 22nd. It'll be a Saturday, Sunday deal again. That just seems to work out best for me and my schedule and everybody else. So, like I said, if anybody's got any questions, they can always message me, or a lot of you guys have my cell phone number. You can get a hold of me. I just wanted to go ahead and put it out so, guys can start looking at vacations and saving their money and all. And like I said, I've already got 4 or 5 here said I'll take a seat. So, I mean, it's going to sell out, and I'll let you know the date. I kind of wanted to go to Super Nationals and sit down and get to talk with him and his dad before I actually opened up the registration. So it could be around 1st September, 1st, 2nd, 3rd week in September before I open up registration. But, if you've came to class before and you want to come, you're welcome to message me and say, "Hey, I'm in," and I'll write your name down and we'll go from there. But I think that's the only fair thing to do is if you supported me before, I feel like I owe it to you to have you a seat. So like I said, I'm going to take any last minute questions. I got supper in there waiting on me and a new granddaughter. So I'm going to spend a little time with her, but I did want to get on here and make a video. I know nobody likes to look at my ugly mug, but I feel like it was important. It's something I worked hard on, something everybody said I couldn't do. And I don't like to be told I can't do something. So I wanted them guys there because, they're good people. They're good guys, and I think they can really help a lot of racers. Naturally they win races, and I've heard good stuff about them. Quick question here is, somebody asked, do you do anything with sealed stock mount shock stuff? That's a tough one. I get asked some of that before, And I really don't have a particular class. You know, the IMCA stock car is going to be a little bit different from that, but I always think you can go to these and learn, even though some things are different. At the end of the day, they're a metric race car, and everybody who I have up in front of the room can help you guys. So, you know, maybe someday I'll get back down and do. I think that's more like a factory stock type deal, and that may be something that we end up doing. It's just I have to, you know, as expensive as things are. As expensive as things are right now, then, you know, it's hard just to go and do a class not knowing whether it's going to, you know, sell out or fill up or whatever. So keep working on me on different ideas you got in areas and that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you got ideas or somewhere you think it would really work and guys really need help, I'm always willing to listen. You know, my goal is to try to help every racer I can. In 27 years, I'll be going on my 27th year. So I feel like we've able to help a lot of racers, you know, be better. I've got a couple questions here. Is the online version of Flood's class available? I was there. No, we did not film it 2 years ago or 3 before COVID, but we will film this year's class. I've spoke with Frank back and forth several times. And it's probably going to be around that first weekend in February. That'll be after the Chili Bowl and after, all the big races they have there in Tulsa, and it's going to be in the Tulsa area, either back at the Hard Rock Casino or possibly at Frank's shop or another location. So be looking for that info out before long, the next few weeks. So that's where, you know, we'll be doing the micro class there. You know, Frank actually run for Keith Kuntz, and any of y'all keeps up with Midget Chili Bowl. He owns about 20 cars, and Frank actually runs second to Kyle Larson out in Millbridge. I mean, the kid wins a lot, so he's going to be another good one. Last question here. I see any classes near South Carolina anytime soon? Metric class. No. You know, we came to North Carolina last year just because I'd had a guy ask me for, you know, a couple of years about doing it up there, and I feel like I owed it to come up there. It was a great class. You know, the weather kind of sucked, but we ended up doing a really big class. Now, I'm not against going back to the Northeast. It just has to make logistical sense. I mean, I got guys that help me, and they're like me. They work a full-time job, and, you know, to drive I live in Arkansas, so to pull a trailer and truck and spend a week driving to South Carolina or North Carolina and back, it takes a lot of money and a lot of time. So I just, you know, last year we went to Nashville and done the late model class, and then my buddy Robert that helps me drove from there to North Carolina. So I don't have anything planned at this time, but, you know, you just never know what the future holds. So like I said, just keep asking questions and places, and I'll try to do what I can, you know, to make them happen. And another one is any classes, the Oklahoma area. No, factory stock, pure stock. I really, really need to do that type of class. I just don't really have anybody that I feel confident enough to do a class by themselves. You know, I hear a lot of people say, well, you need to get so-and-so. He's a good racer. Well, there's a lot of really great racers that can't talk in front of 100 people. And I couldn't do it. So you have to get a combination of somebody that really wants to help and somebody that can get up and present a class. And it's really hard, but there is some stuff, guys asking about pure stock, factory stock. Listen, you can go online now and buy the 3 classes we had, the metric type cars that we've done online. You can buy them for a bundle for really not that much money. That it covers a lot of that kind of stuff in there. So it gives you 3, you know, gives you the class we done, I think 2019 or 2020, the class we done this past year, and then plus the IMCA stock car one we done last year. So there is some info out there for you. If you'll just go to racelogic.vip, you can go in there and look, and you can just buy the bundle, and you can get to watch all them, and you can fast forward and rewind and watch as many times you want. So any of you that are looking for info out there for this year, go in there and buy it. I've told everybody, if you ain't happy with it, let me know and I'll give you your money back. I ain't never had anybody ask for the money back yet. So I feel like that guys get their money's worth. But I do appreciate everybody. Like I said, plan on Dolan and Damon Murdy. That's you know, that's the 2 that I've got, along with Wade Cross, Dave Hammond, and Ben Baker in the DeWitt, Iowa area. It could be Boone, but I'm wanting to stay at Dave's shop. He was gracious enough to let us use his shop. So third weekend in January, I believe it is the 21st, 22nd. I think it is. It's be Saturday and Sunday that weekend. And like I said, the cost will probably be $349 again. That's what we've done in the last several years. And even though inflation, I try to keep this affordable because I know racing's hard enough with inflation and fuel. So that's the announcement. And I think it's probably one of the biggest things I've done. I mean, I've done them with the Moyers and a lot of big ones, but I really looking forward to this one just because of them two guys, him and his dad. Every time they sit in a race car, they win all the big shows. And somebody here said absolutely best money one can spend in racing, Racelogic. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, that's what I've tried to do, for 27 years is keep this sport alive and to help guys in racing because it's hard, it's expensive. And I try to keep the best instructors and best people involved. And, we'll have a ton of giveaways again this year. I haven't spoke with Ben about it, but I know AFCO will be back on board and I'm going to look for some new ones. So a lot of exciting things. All you guys, anybody that doesn't have my cell phone, it's 479-461-7561. You can call or text me pretty much any time during the day. I have a full-time job that I can answer most of the time, or you can send me a message on Facebook if you got any questions. And I appreciate everybody viewing here. We had quite a few viewers on. I appreciate everybody's time, but that's the plan. 3 classes right now, may look at something else, but that's just kind of what I'm looking at. I know it's not even August yet, but I have to get these dates and stuff out early to get these guys committed because, there's not much of a winter time anymore. Racing starts in Florida and you got stuff in Arizona. So I try to get this out early, save your money, save the date, look at the airports in that area, but right now, tentatively, that's where it's at. I appreciate you guys tuning in and we'll see you soon. And I'll keep bringing the best in the business in. Thanks, guys.